What's up guys? In this video, I'm gonna talk to you about the 6 rich people habits to make more money. Now, I want you to imagine that all you had to do to change your life or to make more money was to change just 6 daily habits. They wouldn't cost you much more than effort, they wouldn't cost you much more time, and they wouldn't cost you much more energy. All it would take is just changing a few things in your daily habits. Stick around, we're gonna go over that in this video. All right guys, so the first thing is to plan your day the night before. Now, I know this may sound silly, and I know you might go, oh my gosh, Tanner, this is so obvious. But it's really not, and what you'll find is that if you fail to plan, right, you kind of plan to fail. So, meaning this is that there's so many different things to do in our daily lives. Whether you own a business or you're, a new mom, or you have kids, or you don't have kids, or you're a student, it doesn't really matter. We all have a million things that we could typically do, whether it's work-related, business-related, friend-related, socially, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. So what I do each night is before I go to bed, it doesn't have to look pretty, is I literally will take a piece of paper, and I'll show you some of my notes, it's as simple as this. Like this, I even have some writing over here when I'm like on a phone call. It's not really that good, right? It's actually scratch. It's not even very organized, to be honest, but I write stuff down all the time. And the reason for that is that ultimately it helps me get everything done I need to in a day. Because what you'll find is that if you're busy, like me, and you may have like ADD or stuff like that, I'm not diagnosed or anything, but I honestly think if it's a real thing, then like I would have it. I don't know if I believe in it or not. I know some people get diagnosed with it, but ultimately that is something you should definitely do. If you don't, you'll struggle to finish things and be on task because you're always gonna be doing, oh, what's this, what's that? You'll forget stuff and it'll be hard to get stuff done. Now, the second thing is to wake up early. Now, again, I know some people say, hey, I'm not a morning person, I can't do it. But what you're gonna find is as you become more successful, you make more money, there's more demands on your time, that the only time of the day where you're most productive typically is right when you wake up. Because as the day goes on, you're gonna have the kids hounding you, teachers, friends, your phone's ringing. In fact, every time I shoot a YouTube video, I have to keep my phone down because I get so many messages while I'm actually shooting the video, so I don't get distracted. So what I do is I usually wake up about 4:30 or 5, somewhere in there. It really depends what time I go to bed. I try to be in bed no later than 9, start winding down, read a book, whatever. But if I get in bed at 10, I may wake up at 5. Usually I need about 7 hours of sleep, give or take. What this does is when I wake up, I go and hit the gym. So no matter how busy I am in my career or when I grow, I'm always trying to stay in shape. It helps me kind of burn off stress, get some energy, and then start going about my day. So that would be the second thing. Wake up early, go to the gym, eat a good breakfast, start on the first task of your day. And usually by 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm on the East Coast in Miami, I have more done in that time period than some people get done all day. It's a very productive time, and I highly recommend, if you're not currently waking up early, you don't have to get less sleep, you just have to go to sleep earlier. And you'll notice that not only do you feel better, but you'll get a lot more stuff done. So that's the second thing, wake up early. Tip number 3 is exactly what I kind of said in tip number 2, is go to the gym first. Now, the reason for this is 3 things are gonna happen. 1, stress relief. For those of you who really wanna build a big business and have employees, right now I have 30 plus employees, you will get stressed. You will get client complaints. You will get employee complaints. You will have things that go wrong. Your ad spend will get messed up. You'll have someone quit. You'll have to rehire, fire. You'll have personal problems. It's really important for stress relief, especially if you're a more hothead guy like me. I wouldn't really consider myself like out of control, but I definitely am a little more aggressive. So, go to the gym to burn stress. The second thing is it's gonna give you a feeling of accomplishment. It's kind of like the saying, what's the first thing you should do in the morning is make your bed, right? Some people will say that, but what I'll tell you is that when you go to the gym and you bang that thing out and it's 6 or 7 a.m. and everyone else is still asleep, it's gonna give you a feeling of accomplishment that's gonna really propel your day. It's gonna keep you going, right? So that is gonna be the second thing. And then the third thing is that it's gonna give you energy. I know it seems counterproductive. It's like, hey, I'm gonna go work out and that's gonna give me energy, but does that make you tired? But it really does help your body create and produce more energy. It's good for you. It's healthy. It's what you should be doing. I can already tell in the last 2 weeks, I've started having meal prep come to my house, and I've been on my routine really good, and I've been doing my going to bed at 9, waking up at 4:30. I feel better than I felt in the last 2 years. While I was building my business, I was getting away from it a little bit. Like I would cut my workout short, I would go to bed late, but I would wake up early. And it's crazy, but you really don't notice how bad you feel until you felt the best you've ever felt. And so that's gonna be the 3 things of why I say wake up, go to the gym, even if you don't like it. You don't have to love it. Just go, because it's gonna set you up for a successful day. Now, step 4 is not to procrastinate. One of the things that's made me super successful, what I see in other successful individuals, is they do stuff that second. The second something comes up, they go ahead and start doing it because they know that they're not gonna do it later in the day. They'll forget, they'll get busy, and so they start doing it. An example is going to the gym early, right? Getting up, reading my books, doing whatever I need to do so that I know it will happen and there's no excuse, because as the day progresses, more things pop up, there's more things to do, and then you kind of push it off and you stop doing it. So step number 4 is don't procrastinate. The second you know you need to do something, do it right then. Tip number 5, this is probably the most important tip, so make sure you're paying attention, is make sure that everything you do is a must, okay? A lot of people in life, they kind of choose what they will and what they won't do. So for example, they'll wake up and go, you know, I'm tired, I'm not gonna go to the gym today, right? They'll wake up and, you know, they get ready for work, they're like, you know, I'm gonna do a half-ass effort because, you know, I don't really feel it today. Or, you know, they're not enjoying their business that day, they've had some bad things happen, so they go, you know, I'm not gonna put a full effort today. The truth is that you're not gonna feel good every single day. You're not always gonna wanna work on your business. You're not always gonna wanna go to the gym. But what I do is I have my must-dos. Every single day, I go to the gym no matter how I feel. Every single day, I work on my business on the certain things I wrote down no matter how I feel, right? If I promise someone I'm gonna do a call, I'll take the call. It doesn't matter, because what you'll find is that if you make an excuse, what you're telling your brain is the next time something happens, you won't do it, right? You'll go, oh, you know what? That's what happened last time. It's cool. Same thing for diets. You ever notice someone who falls off their diet, consistently fall off? Instead of, if you just do it every single day, no matter what, if you don't feel like it, all of a sudden it becomes easier, because you're telling your brain and you're telling your mind that it's not okay to just do it when you feel like it. So step number 5 is make everything a must do. No matter how much you don't want to do it, no matter how busy you are, no matter what else comes up on the schedule, the things that you plan to do, commit to yourself. Because when you don't do it and you lie to yourself and you make an excuse, it becomes that much easier each and every time you have some type of commitment that you decide to, postpone or not do. Step number 6, make your goals visible. Now, this is kind of a bad time to shoot this video because I'm not in my new place, but you will see in the next videos, probably in about a week from, you'll probably the next 1 or 2 videos, I don't know. We'll see. Isaiah will be able to tell me later. But basically in about the next week or so, you'll see me in my new pet house, and you'll see that I have sayings and writings and plaques of things either I've accomplished or things I want to achieve. And the reason for that is it always stays visible in my mind. It lets me know what I'm working towards. And as cliche and cheesy as it sounds, is by putting it up on my wall and putting it where I can see it, it allows me to constantly be striving to work towards that. And it reminds me of what I'm doing in the first place. It's not always gonna be easy, it's not always gonna be convenient, but the more visible your goals are, the more it becomes a reality. And that's gonna be super, super important as you're trying to, progress in your life and progress in your business. All right, guys, so those are the 6 rich people habits to make more money. I apologize if some of my stuff is a little, too long or I talk too much, but the reason I get so passionate about this stuff is I believe in it so much. I know it works. It's hard to see it sometimes when, you're in a dark place or you're on, the bad side of things, but I can promise you that, going from someone who, had a $0 business all the way to where I'm doing over $10 million in sales a year, it didn't just happen overnight. It was a consistent pattern of good habits, of good decisions that led to bigger things. Whether it's just like sticking to your diet or sticking to your workout or waking up at the same time, you don't really understand how powerful the mind is. And when you start building little habits like that, it becomes extremely valuable down the road. So I hope that this video was informative for you. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button, share it with someone if you know this will help them, and I'll see you guys in the next video.